Hi, my name is Jobi, and this is my story. Three years ago, I left my ex-husband. We were married for 6 years. There was a lot of abuse and control. I told everyone everything was fine, we were okay. Most people bought into it. A lot of people thought we were this happy little family. I had 2 boys, he was 4, and then a 1-year-old. And I stayed home with him. I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money, I didn't have a car. My immediate family was about my closest friends. I had one that was really close. But other than that, it was just us at home. I had an aunt who, 600 miles away, saw into it all. She knew me. She knew something was wrong at home, something wasn't right. And finally we talked, and she had told me about a shelter and domestic violence shelters. I had no idea they existed. I didn't know anything about them. She talked to me about it, and I started praying about it, and I thought, there was just so much abuse and control and stuff people can go through, and I knew that it wasn't worth it to the boys. I knew it wasn't worth it to our life. It was not something they needed to grow up in. So it was an April night, about 6 o'clock, and I had a friend over. I packed a bag for me of pajamas and another change of clothes, and the boys about the same, and some toys. I put their 2 car seats in her car, and we left. And I remember the first night I was there, I sat there and cried on the bed for quite a while. I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no job, no money, no car. I had to now support myself and 2 little boys. And we had to go, and I started reading my Bible. And as I did it, I just knew God was going to take care of us somehow. I always had hope. After the 3 months in the shelter, we got to our apartment, and it's a furnished apartment, and so we were there, and we started to get our stuff together and save money and do all that. Well, in 30 days, I got a call that I had to move out and go into a house. So we went to permanent housing and had nothing, had no toys again, no furniture, nothing. So, we started prayed a lot, and didn't know what we were going to do, but God showed through the Bible and through Him of all the promises, that He promises to give you your health, and He promises to give you friends and struggles and humility, and there's just so many promises that God says, as long as you do and you read and be faithful, He's going to do them. So we hung tight to the promises, and we got beds, and we got a washer and dryer from a church, donated it, and toys and clothes, and I had more toys than we knew what to do with. About 2 years ago, I met my husband now. We have a daughter. There's 5 kids now altogether. There's Caitlin and Carson and Jacob and Eli and Addie. I have a full-time job. I got my license as a CNA. I'm going to go back to school. We have... Why are you going back to school? Oh, my word. Just keep reading the Bible and plugging into the promises that God shows you, and there's always going to be a way, and there's always going to be hope that tomorrow's going to be better, because God said it would. So that's what we believe at our house.